Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to the Fauna Rose YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Megan and I'm the owner of Fauna Rose, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a testing, unboxing, review of a new item that I've just had delivered, which I am very excited about. If you are new here, Fauna Rose is my small business. I make scrunchies, macrame, home decor, glassware and a huge bunch of other exciting accessories and decor and things like that. If you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. So I'm actually going to be unboxing my new silhouette machine, which is kind of bittersweet though, because I really needed my last one to just hold on and last me as long as possible. I didn't really want to be dropping cash at the minute on a new cutting machine, but sometimes these things happen. My silhouette is very old. It's probably about 10 years old and it has been on its last legs for a short while. It has been really struggling to connect to my laptop and unfortunately it just wasn't having it the other day. It started cutting for a few seconds, completely would then cut off, and it was just wasting loads of vinyl, so I had to bite the bullet and buy a new one. It did arrive the other day. It's still in the box, and I just want to say a little disclaimer. Let me put this down. If you are looking for a review and a testing video of a high intense vinyl cutter or cutting machine that you want for your small business, so if you make stickers, stationery, loads of different things that is going to rely on a cutting machine, this is probably not the video for you. So I actually use my silhouette for really basic things, cutting vinyl, and that's about it. Every once in a while I'll use it to cut card, but I don't do crazy things with it. That is all I really use it for. So when this one died on me, I was kind of dreading getting a new one because I know they're crazy expensive. I know all the new ones are quite complicated, have all these really random features on and stuff, and that's not what I really needed my machine for. So I did try and find a basic one. I tried to find a replacement. My machine was the Portrait 1, I believe, but they obviously don't make them anymore, and any of the ones that I could find more secondhand were for spares and repairs because they are old machines. So I've gone for the Portrait 3. Hello, we're being joined by Bear Bear. Hi. Because again, I didn't want a crazy complicated expensive machine. I just wanted one that was cheap and cheerful and just did basic stuff. So the Portrait 3 looks very similar to the Portrait 1 that I already have. I think it was £180, which in comparison to all their other crazy complicated machines, which I am sure are absolutely amazing, it's a lot cheaper. And if you look at their competitor, we'll say Cricut, they have all these different machines for all these different prices, which I'm sure are great, but whenever I watch people's studio vlogs or whenever I look into them, all I see is people troubleshooting them breaking all the time, them wasting products. So I definitely wanted to stay clear of Cricut. So long story short, let's have a look at it. Someone did point out in one of my recent videos how it was quite funny that I moved this area about. I swapped out my spare desk for another Calyx style unit because I never used it as a desk, and since I've swapped it out, all I've used this for is a desk. But yeah, we're here again. So this is the box it came in. I bought this from The Works, which is a shop. I believe it's only in the UK, but I could be wrong. And it came within like a day and a half, 2 days, something like that. So this is, yeah, the Silhouette Portrait 3. And what I didn't realise this did was Bluetooth connection, which might be really good because if it is the connection issue with my laptop, hopefully our backup would be Bluetooth. So let's have a look. Got some little instructions. This is something I do need to look into. It says for software download, user guide and free content, subscribe, visit, blah blah blah. I don't know if this is going to need a different software, an updated software. I really like the old one that I use because it's easy, so we will see. In here we've got all the cables by the looks of it. So we've got a bunch of different cables. Whoa, what is that? It's not an English plug. Is that just a spare one? We'll get to that in a second. I'm hoping, because this is an English plug, that's just a spare one. Maybe some more instructions, more wires. Nice, new cutting mat, love that. It's a lot cleaner than my old one. Oh, look how clean it is. This is putting mine to shame. I brought my old one over. I don't know if this is just because it's old or if this is the colour, but this one's more of a creamy colour. You can see how filthy it is. Look how dirty this thing is. It's so old, bless it. They're very similar. That's what that one looks like. That's what that, oh no. Please tell me this has a blade. Hopefully. That's it. This whole situation looks a bit different. On this one, you've got a loading mat, and then you can move the mat forwards and backwards on and pause. This one doesn't have the loading mat. It just has Bluetooth, up, down, on, pause. But everything else is the same. There's the guidelines where you put your mat. There's a little hole here where you can put the blade in, turn the blade and choose it, the different blade lengths. I'm gonna have a quick nosy at the instructions and things like that, have a look if I need a new software, and then we'll give it a go. So there isn't any instructions. This thing is a safety manual, so it just basically says keep out of reach of children and things like that. And then on the back it says how to adjust the blade. I am just going to assume, because there's no other instructions, that this setup is just a European plug, so we won't need that. I've gone onto the website that's on the card, which is this one here, so it's just the silhouetteamerica.com/setup. And I've registered my machine, so you've got a serial number on the back, you just pop in your email and stuff, and then straight away it's brought up the setup information, so there's your instructions, I guess. Press the on button. Okay, download and install the software. So it says if you already have it installed from a previous machine, it's recommended to update the software to the latest version. I'm getting a little bit stressed because the little download bar that's going on says status, removing files. If I lose all of my silhouette projects, I'm going to be devastated. I've just watched a bunch of YouTube videos. There's loads of tutorials online of people setting up this machine, going through everything. Quite easy actually. So all I did was press this button, which is the Bluetooth one, and paired it to my laptop just like you would any other Bluetooth device, headphones, anything like that, and it picked up quite quickly. So this is obviously the normal cutting blade, but it turns out this one is for holding pens, so that's quite cool if you wanted to use it to draw out designs and stuff. So I'll keep hold of that. I probably won't use it, but I'll keep hold of it. I must have had one of these for my old machine. Apparently I can actually use the blade that's in that in this, could be wrong, but this is actually to unscrew this so you can clean the blade. I used to just twist it with my fingers. You gotta be really careful you don't touch the blade. But also for this, to adjust the length of the needle, you sort of press down and it's like a little spring, and that'll change it. You can also do it in there. So let's see, because in the video they're just like, yeah, just pull this bit out, but there we go. Pop the blade in, push it back in, there we go. Right, I'm sorry about the glare, but I just want to show you a minor problem. Luckily it saved a bunch of my old projects. That's my cup design there, but at the top it says cardstock plain, so I want to change that to vinyl. So when I click on it, it brings up the options here, but then when I move my mouse away from there to click on it, it disappears. It's not letting me select. If I press the keyboard and press down, I can't get to it well enough, which isn't good. So I don't really know what to do about that. Like, it's out of sync or something. So not great, but I've kind of got it to work by, if you see how it's like highlighting different ones, I'm moving my cursor over here and that's weirdly working. So that's infuriating, but I'm going to select matte vinyl if it'll let me. Is it going to let me? Yes, there we go. And according to this, I should use blade 1. I never use blade 1, I use blade 2. I'm going to adjust this, and I am actually going to use my old gross cutting mat, just because the new ones are usually really sticky, and as you can see where there's all like the back of vinyl that's stuck to it. So I'm going to use this one just because I know this should work. Okay, so on here there's a little cutter machine. It says ready, so shall we just go for it and hope for the best? Oh. Oh. Okay, it's cutting. Oh, did it work? I can see it has obviously cut. I'm going to press this button. Is that how I get it out? Yeah. Ooh, okay, let's go have a look. That's a little tip I learned. So instead of peeling the vinyl off the mat that way, if you flip it the other way around and peel the mat off, kind of, instead. It stops your vinyl from rolling up loads. By the looks of it, all my cut settings were right. They were exactly the same as what I used to use. It's peeling really easily, but so far, so good. Moment of truth is the faces, because these are the bits that tend to cut quite funny. Oh, peeled off amazing. I've not got any eyebrows flopping about everywhere. What about this? Sorry if you can't see what I'm doing here, but... Oh my word, that was so easy. I'm gonna load up some black on my cutting mat and I'm gonna see if it has saved or recovered, transferred, whatever you want to call it, my snake design. So there we go, it's successfully cut 4 bits of vinyl nice and easily, and I don't really have many complaints at all. So just from that quick bit of time I just spent cutting those and stuff, my observations are it is a lot quieter than my last one. It's still loud, it's a cutting machine and it's a blade moving across things, but it is a lot quieter than my other one. The Bluetooth connection thing is really handy, so I'm not having to faff about loads of wires. It cuts everything quite nicely. The only thing, if I was being a bit funny about it, is the Silhouette Studio doesn't seem to fit fully to the screen of my laptop, so everything's a little bit off-centered. When you click on certain things you can't quite read the full thing, so I'm gonna have to have a play around and figure out the display settings. I'll see if I can change it, but if not I can still work around that and still use it, but I'm really happy with it, so I would recommend this. Obviously there's probably a lot more features that this thing can do, but I don't really need it for that. So if you are just after a review of someone who just needs it for really basic cutting, then I would recommend this machine 100%, but unfortunately I can't give you an honest review for any other things that you could probably use it for, because I don't really use it for that. So if you want to see me adding these designs to some items or carrying on using this portrait machine, because I've got a lot of things to make today, I've got an event this weekend, so lots to do, you'll have to check out the next video that will be coming up on the channel. If you are a regular viewer, sorry it was only a little short one, this is probably going to be a bonus video, so we will see. But if you enjoyed this video, if you could give it a massive thumbs up, leave me a comment down below and subscribe if you aren't. All the social media for Fauna Rose, including a website where you could snap up some of these designs on items, all of that's down below as well. I think that's everything, so thank you so much for watching and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye!